lot of sweeps these days don't throw the oar over the head because it unbalances the boat going round the tin.
We're getting lessons in boat sweeping from one of the best in the business. Zom, thanks for taking us through that. Back now with the start list for the men's reserve boat final of Australia. Wanda, Port Lonsdale, Mooloolaba. Now the freshwater A crew there are the boys that have moved up the division. They won the under-21s last year and now they're backing up in the reserves. A great effort from that freshwater club.
And there's a pair of twins there. They're Angus Campbell and Alice Campbell, rowing for freshwater.
That's the Ostomere crew with our boat camp freshwater. Delaney at the sweep oar. So under our reserves now, getting ready as our starter surveys the conditions, tries to give these boats, which are spread out over the best part of 100 metres, the start line.
Ronnie Pommering, the starter today in the reserve grade. Peter Daly, the check starter. There has been a change to the rules here where the starter can call them back, the check starter, or the referee can call them back.
Port Lonsdale there, swept by Grant Peter.
That's the grub. Peter Grant from Point Lonsdale.
Does everyone have a nickname in this sport, Zom?
Everyone has to have a nickname. Right. There's too many Peters, Bills and Johns.
There's the Queenscliff crew. Matthew Hamilton in charge of them.
Now Matthew qualified out of the semi-final. His boat was impeded and it rolled. He was at first disqualified, was put in a protest. The protest was upheld and he's got into the 7-boat final, Matty. And he is a very, very talented and well-credentialed sweep.
Neil Jones there in charge of the Bill Gola crew, and what a boat club they are. Dom McManus in the under-21s didn't have a good run out. Looks like that Bill Gola crew again has got that northern end. The boats on the right-hand side of the screen, Zom, seem to have the better end.
Yeah, it's very gnarly up on the northern end, but the southern end, as you can see that line of waves coming across there, even as they start, the check starter will pull back the boat in number 7.
So the shotgun goes away and we're on board now in the men's reserve grade boat final of Australia. This is the Ostomere crew. Jack Patterson at the script. There's Queenscliff just getting their oars in, starting to pick up their timing.
Big dumping wave there from in front of Queenscliff, but here's the boys from Ostomere, very good crew. And you can see them, they're lifting their shoulders, driving with the legs. They wait. Hit a wave here. Wait, they pick it up again. All perfect timing. Queensian bother.
Again, we're at low tide, so it's starting to get very shallow on this bank. Queenscliff on the southern end of the beach. There's Port Lonsdale in a little bit of bother, taking on a bit of water as Ostomere at the top of the screen get away. Freshwater, though, Delaney's crew are the early leaders. There's Queenscliff. Queenscliff, they're in second position. Port Lonsdale took on that water. They've now got themselves, you can see the pump working there, just trying to get rid of all that water. Back with Ostomere.
All crews still not safely out. There's still a lot of water there to get across, but no, they're all out through the break now. 5 of them have got out in a line as they head through the gate cans.
That's the shot of our Mooloolaba crew, the Queensland champs, and you can just see now the difference. Getting checked by one of those waves early really upsets your campaign, Tom, and it's a little bit of luck, these boats. They're very, very hard titles to win. You not only have to have a great, strong crew, an experienced sweep, but a little bit of luck.
Some people have been rowing for 40 years. They go into the Masters title and they've never stood on the podium. It's a heartbreaking sport, but I suppose that's why we keep coming back to it.
There's our Queenscliff crew there on the right-hand side as they head out. So it's Queenscliff, Mooloolaba, Freshwater, also out along with Wanda.
Queensy coming up to their can. Is Matty Hamill who call him into the buoy. And Matt is one of the fellas who sits down and just left the crew rowed around the buoy. Freshwater, Julian Delaney. You'll notice he's just taken the sweep oar out of the water, not to unbalance the boat. Very good rowing, boys. These have been GPS rowers, and it's Julian's his second year leading a race in an Australian final.
We're riding with the Ostomere crew who don't believe they're out of it at the moment. They're chasing these guys, though. Now, Ken Delaney back up. He won the under-21s with the crew last year. 3 of those rowers have backed up in the reserves. Now, to win one boat gold is phenomenal. To win two is almost impossible, and Freshwater are giving themselves the best opportunity to do that. Delaney urging his crew now back towards that critical zone.
And behind him is the crew from Wanda. They are the current champions. Now, Julian goes through the gate cans. I'll explain what the gate cans are. They're put on the course so that the boats come back in a straight line and don't creep across with the swell. So they must go through those gates.
So Delaney now urges his crew on. Delaney now as well. We've still got
Wanda.
Wanda look as they're going to threaten. So Wanda have been called back. Wanda have been called back by their crew. They get the nose nice and high. Where's Delaney? It's going to be a race to the line. Now Freshwater on the right-hand side.
Sitting in their seats, Freshwater. He's taken the gamble of leaving them in their seats. Wanda has got to get back to their suites. Now Delaney calls them to row. And they're putting everything into it coming across this channel.
It was a big risk, though. It was a big risk to keep them in their seats. Delaney has to keep them straight. He keeps them straight. He's been in this position before. Looks as though Wanda's slewing. No, they're going to row it all the way to the line. They've held it straight. Who's going to get there first? It may be Freshwater. He may have done it. Delaney and three of the guys that won the under-19 last year may have defended the title. A phenomenal effort. Wanda certainly in the medals. Just waiting for confirmation. It was pretty tight on the line. Wanda reclaiming it.
Wanda looked very happy and Freshwater looked very happy.
Got it.
Went right to the wire.
Well, it did go. That was one of the closest boat finals you'll see. Wanda think they've won it. We're still waiting for confirmation. Both sweeps. Very, very good job from both of them. It was Delaney and Trevor Robinson who kept their crews straight and gave them every opportunity to take gold. Officials are still deciding. So Wanda are waiting on edge.
As Bilgola Dilligaff come in.
We believe Queenscliff have finished third. We're still waiting for confirmation. So some very anxious rowers, Glenn, on the water's edge.
The Wanda guys claim they've got it.
Well, we're standing by.
Wanda, confirmation, you've just won it. That was a great... God damn! You took a bit of a gamble. I mean, you were on the outside lane. There wasn't much of a wave behind you. You went for it. You got the guys at the back of the boat, and then you had to row like bejesus to get there.
Oh, mate, they're champions. Have a look at them. Like, they finished it off. They were 3 boat lengths behind. They pulled it back, and they did the job. They did it again, twice in a row. Twice in a row. We won this last year. Come here and won it again this year.
Gold. That's gold. Gold. Righto, boys. We haven't got official confirmation, but we think you've got it.
Thanks, mate.
Well, they were the defending champions and they were being threatened by last year's under-19s champions. And what a healthy sport this is turning out to be, particularly in this reserve grade division. And Zom, Wanda, a great result here. And again, the sweep, it was all his responsibility to keep this crew straight.
There's Traxy up on the chocks there. You can see his stroke pushing the oar up in the air to get more leverage into the wave. He was quite confident when he went across the line. Julian Delaney there, the Freshwater boy, looks at Wanda.